Well, thank you, Robert. And hi, everyone. Hello and welcome to this webinar where for the next 25 to 30 minutes, we'll be looking at the future of 3D CAD. My name is Mark Rushton. I'm a product manager within the SOLIDWORKS brand of Dassault Systèmes, part of the team working on the design and engineering products on the 3D Experience Works portfolio. Thanks very much for joining us. Before we can look to the future, it's always a good idea to reflect on the past. In the early days, there were really two options for CAD: inexpensive 2D CAD, which was essentially an electronic drawing board, very little in the way of automation, really gave us the same kind of benefits you'd expect from like a word processor or Microsoft Word did to written documents. 3D CAD was processor heavy and very expensive, but the visualization in 3D was a huge benefit. And when a new platform emerged in the early 90s, being Windows, SOLIDWORKS saw that as an opportunity to put the power of 3D onto every engineer's desktop. And more recently, a new platform has emerged, and SOLIDWORKS is here once again. This time it's the cloud. We bank on it, literally. We communicate on it. We store photos of our loved ones on it. We use it for shopping, for dating, for entertainment. It's everywhere. And the last 18 months has only accelerated this pervasiveness. But how does that help when it comes to the world of design and engineering? Well, design and engineering are key to competitive differentiation. And we are in the most competitive market ever. And we need to differentiate based on innovation, quality, performance, and cost. And finding a balance of all of these is a challenge. Coupled with the need to be fast to market in order to succeed and the ever increasing complexity of products, we need to make sure that bottlenecks are removed and engineers and designers can spend the maximum time adding value by addressing the needs of the market. In a recent Tech Clarity survey done this year, top performing companies were 56% more likely to enable real-time access to design information and more likely to have adopted a platform of integrated engineering tools. But across the board, 94% of respondents wanted to access data sooner, and those without real-time access definitely want it, with 46% saying so. And in the same survey, 43% of companies are anticipating more work to be done remotely in flexible work anywhere locations. The challenge with that is making sure that everyone has access to up-to-date information in order to make decisions and take action based on it. When everyone's in the office, it's easy to just ask a question or get an opinion or check the status of a project, but it's not so easy when you have people in several different locations or even time zones. On top of that, the amount of time you can spend innovating and designing and adding value is competing with other day-to-day tasks which simply don't add value. Could I get a quick show of hands virtually by typing into the chat box what you think your biggest challenge is which prevents you from spending more time doing what you should be doing? What is your biggest time sponge? There's a few ideas just on the slide here. Do you spend time updating software, organizing meetings for design reviews? How often do you end up recreating data that you haven't been able to find? Just let us know in the chat box. We found that as much as 33% of designers and engineers' time is taken away from adding value, and only 54% is left for actual design and innovation. So what steps can be taken to allot more time to what we want our designers and engineers to be doing, what they are the experts in doing? So at that point, we'll introduce the 3D Experience platform. It's a collaborative business innovation platform which puts the data at the center of it all, ensures everyone gets access to the information they should have in real time, but only the people that should have access. With it being a secure cloud environment, not only can you get up and running very quickly, but you can also access the data from any device. and there's no infrastructure to set up. It's all there ready for you. There are also many apps which run solely in a web browser, so you can not only view the data from any device, but you can also create data, including 3D design data, which leads nicely on to the 3D Experience Works design capabilities, or roles as we call them. So today's webinar is really going to focus on the design roles developed by SOLIDWORKS, and we believe this is the future of 3D CAD, but it's available today. We have a full range of 3D CAD capabilities which run without needing installations or updates completely in a web browser. If you want to work on an iPad, on the sofa, or on a laptop or desktop PC, you can just log in from solidworks.com and get designing. All the data you create is safe and secure on the cloud and can be accessed by whoever you want to see it, and only them from any device they choose, even a smartphone. When it comes to the design apps, data management is built in, so no need to worry about where the latest revision is, and the apps are discipline focused, meaning that you have the most efficient user experience possible. Nothing else to get in the way or make things harder to learn. And when it comes to 3D design, there is no richer set of functionality anywhere else. 3D Experience Works offers more capabilities tailored to your exact needs than anybody else, completely in a web browser. And these are just the SOLIDWORKS branded roles. There are more from the other Dassault Systèmes brands and are completely interoperable with these. So you can extend and scale your design capabilities whenever and wherever you need them. Let's quickly take a look at the browser-based SOLIDWORKS design roles. 3D Creator is the flagship and is the 3D parametric design solution, which is more than just CAD in the cloud. It comes with design guidance for inspiring new designs based on real-world loads and fixtures, reducing the head-scratching at the start of a new project. Super features are patented technology from SOLIDWORKS. If you have ever started off with an extrude feature and then later realized you would have been better using a revolve or a sweep, but you already added a ton of child features, this one's for you. Super features allow you to change feature from one to the other without any loss of dependent features. Revolutionary, but in a very evolutionary way. Not really any learning curve to adopt them. Then there's the unique design assistant, automating repetitive tasks and helping today with sketches, selection, assembly mates, but will be helping with much more in the very near future. This is really exciting technology and unique to 3D Experience Works. And all the roles have a single modeling environment, which means no need to plan assembly structures or, worse still, redo designs to meet the required assembly structure for downstream processes. Beyond 3D Creator, there is also browser-based subdivision modeling in 3D Sculptor for complex curved surface designs with intuitive push-pull interactions like digital modeling clay. In 3D Sheet Metal Creator, we have sheet metal design with automated flat patterns and a really fluid, intelligent user experience. There's also frame design in 3D Structure Creator with automatic cut lists. And the only place to get specialist mold design capabilities without an install is 3D Mold Creator. So let's take a slightly closer look at what makes these design tools unique and allow you to focus on design. So first up is design guidance. Design guidance inspires your next design based on real-world loads and fixtures. This is powered by topology optimization, but it's so simple to use you would never know it. And as you can see, it runs on a tablet. It's optimized for touch interactions. If you like the suggested guidance, you have it there as a reference to make a parametric model from. Really powerful stuff. Then we have super features. Here we have a revolved cut for a simple O-ring. But if the design changes and we need a rectangular gasket instead, all we need to do is add the path for a swept cut and simply edit the revolve cut feature, and we can change it to a swept cut, and we can change it back again, or we could swap it to an extrude cut if we needed, all without any concern for any child features. It's patented technology making parametric design so much more flexible and easy to use. Then we have the single modeling environment. Everything is a physical product. It can contain features, parts, or assemblies, and you can form sub-assemblies and dissolve them back to parts at any point in time. But here we can also dissolve parts back to features. So if we've modeled a design as a single part for ease, but the bill of materials really would be easier to manage if we made it an assembly. So we can dissolve the part back to features, and then select a group of features which should be a part, and then the other set of features to make the second part, and then we have an assembly. So no need to redo any design work and no need to do any assembly structure planning up front. Smart assistants are now part of everyday lives to turn on our heating or air conditioning and tell us the weather, or even change the colour of the lights in the dining room or order us extra soap for the bathroom. And now they're in our design tools. Instead of us making lots of manual selections, let's let artificial intelligence predict the selections based on the first one. It recognises what we're trying to do and makes the selection for us. And the same is true for sketching. It can recognise underlying geometry, and it can also predict where we may need more sketch entities. So one selection followed by invoking the design assistant actually makes 312 selections in this example, all based on it being similar geometry in a similar direction, similar length, looking at the surrounding features. Real time saver. And it looks at more than just the direction, it looks at the sizes and the type of selection that we've made. If we add more selections, the design assistant refines the selection and gives us a new predicted set of selected values. So here, if we just wanted to add chamfer to all of the holes, we've actually got some holes on the side faces that are not visible, but the design assistant can see them and goes off and selects everything for us. Then when it comes to assemblies, the same is true. We just need to make one component into place, and then the design assistant can be shown where else we want that same component and mated in the same way. We can just quickly go through the assembly and everything is replicated and mated into place in exactly the same way in the same direction. Really takes a lot of the manual steps away from assembly design. Then we've got 3D Sculptor. If you've not seen subdivision modeling before, very intuitive, just literally push and pull surfaces just like modeling clay, and you get some really nice curved shapes with sharp edges and if you need them, nice blends in a very, very short space of time indeed. Here we've got sheet metal again being shown on an iPad. We can sketch and then just click and drag to create our sheet metal designs. Really fluid user interface, and just a couple of clicks, we're only given sheet metal commands because we're in that environment, and just one click away we've got the flat pattern. Then when it comes to frame design, just a few sketches can be turned into a fully detailed frame design. We can detail the trims where the structural beams come together, and we get given an automatically produced cut list at the end of it. And then for mold insert design, we've got everything you'd expect in 3D Mold Creator, from draft analysis, automatic parting line creation, shut-off surface creation, all the way through to creating the tooling split and the final mold design. And this is just a small part of what is available when it comes to design engineering within the 3D Experience Works portfolio. But as you can see, all of these roles are available in a web browser, meaning no software maintenance to do whatsoever. Patented super features are available for a new level of flexibility of design changes and a single modeling environment to remove any rework or upfront planning. And you can expect new levels of productivity thanks to artificial intelligence in the design assistant. And we have discipline-focused roles, meaning that you only pay for what you need and you get a much more tailored experience. And there's a lot more value to 3D Experience. There's a whole host more on the 3D Experience platform that we haven't even scratched the surface today. It's a platform built on collaboration, and everything from project planning through to manufacturing is catered for and fully managed with the PLM backbone. So when it comes to reducing time spent on non-value added activities, you can expect to be much faster to market. And every single one of the top strategies identified by top performers to improve efficiency are all handled by the 3D Experience platform. It enables real-time access to design information. It is a platform of integrated engineering tools. It enables the data to be accessible across all disciplines. Everyone you want to have access can have access. And it is a data management solution. It's going to improve the collaboration with other departments because everybody is on the same platform. Everybody gets the same access to that real-time design data. So it streamlines the whole process. Everything's built on a PLM system essentially. So you can find things with the built-in search. That's going to reduce the amount of rework and you'll find problems sooner. With everybody being able to collaborate and share real-time data on the same platform, it's going to improve decision making and also improves collaboration. And as I mentioned, with everything being fully indexed by the search tool, it's really going to increase your design reuse. So don't wait. Start to increase the proportion of your time spent adding value and take a look at the 3D Experience Works portfolio today. Thank you very much for attending, and if you have any questions, please feel free to type those in to the questions panel if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much for your time, and I'll hand back to Robert.